Well, welcome to the channel, viewers. Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist, Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia, Gosford actually. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you and the time that you've taken to watch these biblical-based videos, psychology through theology, using the texts as a means of trying to get in underneath what can happen in relationships. More on the dark side than the light side. A lot of people just want the light without the responsibility of the dark. A lot of religious people just want the goodness of God and they forget about the dark side of God. Same in relationships. We just want the easy path. For the narcissist, the path of least resistance is usually the way for them. And you'll see that in relationships with certain types of people. But in Proverbs 24, this is saying part of further sayings. So we're just going to address them as Proverbs now. Whoever tells the guilty they are innocent. Now there is so much in this. There is so much in this passage, because this passage is all about grooming the ego. This is people that are going to stroke each other's ego. They're going to pump each other up. They're going to pat each other on the back even when they do wrong, when they fail. Single mothers do this with their children. They whether they're right or wrong, they just pump them up, and they bring harm on them. They're enabling dysfunction. And this happens all the time. And this happens in relationships, in the love bombing phase. You can tell someone's just not right. There is some stuff that's not adding up here. Now, I don't doubt it if somebody says they love you after the first week. I'm sure they love your presence and who you are, but do they really love you? You'll find out probably not. Hopefully they will. But people that fall in love that quickly, they can't hold it, because it's based on the dopamine. It's based on the limerence phase of the relationship. They're thrilled that they've found somebody new that can possibly perform at a level in which they enjoy. A lot of people mistake love with how they feel, and this is a good way to tell if you're with somebody that runs on their emotions or somebody that's grounded. And you can go along for the ride and you can see how it's all going to work out, but usually it's going to work out the way it started, fast. And that's sad, because too often we sense things, we can tell that things aren't right, but we leave that person to keep venturing into our life. We allow that person to continue on alongside us. And there's signs that you can see that are not going to be well with you. If you meet a woman, like I have dozens of them, it's ridiculous, over the decades, where you've met them and within half an hour or an hour you're in the bedroom. Dozens of them. I don't know what it is or why. Looking back, you say, aren't you a preacher? Yeah, I'm a preacher, and I've been married twice. But these are my experiences as a young man, up into a couple of elements after marriage breakups and out of ministry, where I was trying to find the right person. I've met dozens of women that just lay themselves bare within the hour. Now, is that bad? Possibly not. Depends what realm you're in. What's that mean? It means at least they're attracted to you, I suppose. Where does it end up? Well, I'm standing here on my own, voluntarily. People run on their emotions, and if they can get away with that, they will. But if you're given the signs and you're seeing the signs and you just want to be ignorant, because a lot of people raise their children this way, they just remain ignorant. They don't chastise them, they don't re-guide them, they don't try and give them wisdom, or if they do, or say the father does, the mother will get angry, or there's always these contentions that are trying to make out when things are wrong or as though they're not. And I've never done that in my relationships, and that's probably why I'm on my own. But at the end of the day, viewers, listen to me. If you've got standards and boundaries, you are in a minority. a very serious minority. And you have to hold your ground. You have to believe in what's right for you and for what's right for the people around you. And if that's going to make you look judgmental, or as the smear campaigns and the flying monkeys will say, that person's a psycho or whatever, easy to say behind someone's back. That's how flying monkeys work. They psych each other up, and you'll see them swinging through the trees really hard and fast in the spirit, and they're psyching each other up because they're bringing things down, and then the vine snaps. Yeah. Whoever tells the guilty, whoever sees their partner in a situation where they need to be confronted and just turns a blind eye to it, no. You're not helping anyone. Most of all, yourself. And this can be in the private sector, but it can also cross over into your more wider circle. People notice after a while that something's not right, that you're enabling things that just shouldn't be enabled. You're not standing on any standards. I remember my second wife had this job. There was this person stealing from a disabled person, and my sister and I, by way of a dinner, were sitting with her expecting her to say, I'm going to have to report this, and we couldn't work out why she wasn't reporting it. This went on for 3 weeks. I said to my sister, I don't know why she's not reporting this theft. 101, professional misconduct. Why isn't she reporting it? None of our business. I would have fired the person immediately on the spot. Well, to cut a long story short, after she ruined the marriage, she was stealing from me. Yep. So be very careful. If somebody's outside your relationships in an affair and your partner's sticking up for the person that's in the affair, guess what? That's going to be a possibility that person might have an affair. Could be an emotional, it could be physical, but that leaves you to see that the person that you're with is vulnerable to do that. And you don't want people like that around you. When people try and justify things that are wrong, they're on board with it. They're on board with it. They're not straight shooters, right? And you really need to confront this. You need to confront these. I've had to tell them, you need to get your gear and go. You're not blaming me for shit I haven't done, and letting other people get away with their attitudes and mentalities at the expense. I've seen some horrible, dastardly stuff, real muttly stuff. For those of you who know about the wacky races, real muttly stuff, and you have to confront it. You've got no choice. If you want to not be one of these people that just justify everything and end up a fool yourself, you have to denounce the cursed mentality of this. Because there's a lot of people enabling people in their wickedness. They're enabling them in their immaturity. They're enabling them in their addictions, their alcoholism, their medication taking. They're enabling them to walk away from good people in relationships just to go along with how this person is, instead of giving them right counsel and helping them to stop and think for a minute. It's a mess out there. So whoever tells the guilty, they are innocent. Okay, a lot of these people need people brought to justice, and they're not living just themselves. And then they complain because things haven't gone the way they expected, and yet it was brought on them by themselves. A lot of these people are the victim of their own demise. Whoever tells the guilty, they are innocent. Peoples will curse them. People don't like this stuff. Okay, people don't like it when somebody does something wrong to someone that's good. they take heart to it. It frightens them. You see, it's hard enough without encouraging people to be evil. Would you agree it's evil enough out there without encouraging people to continue on in their evil? If you don't confront the issue and you let that person stay the way they are, bad-mouthing your partner and, trying to set your partner up as being bad or something, that's cursing you. That's a curse on you, and it's denouncing who you are. I've had to say to several of them, you've got no backbone. Where's your backbone? What are you doing here? We're people of backbone here. Where's yours? Oh, all of a sudden I haven't got one. Like a snake. All of a sudden. You see, a lot of these people will come in with all the answers, right? And then at the end of it, they're just deliberately naive. They're just not what they made themselves out to be. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty. This is why they come here and they go, how did you get where you got? I haven't got that much, but I've done all right for someone that couldn't read or write. And I share it with the people that I'm with when I'm in an intimate relationship. Okay, I like to share myself and make people feel at home. And it's because you confront the issues as you go. Even if you look bad, if you're justified, you have to confront the issues as you go. If you don't, right, if you just go around telling people that are wrong or ignoring people that are wrong to make them feel innocent, it's people like me that are going to get sus and go, hang on a sec, if this woman ain't fixing that, she ain't fixing anything else. If it really goes bad, she ain't going to fix anything, this person. Because they don't think if you can't fix the simple things, they ain't going to fix the bigger things that really matter. So you've got to watch out for these people that just slither the carpet. There's too many skeletons in their own closet. That's why they can't deal with it. And people don't like it. And these people that don't like it, it will go well with them who convict the guilty. And rich blessing will come upon them. I'm Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.